So one of the main takeaways after Thursday's announcement that the Vikings were shipping Yannick Ngakoue to the Ravens is what about the salary cap? What about that money? So the Vikings headed into the day were dead last in the league in terms of salary cap at $158,000, which is less than ideal, not great. But afterwards, since the Vikings don't have to pay out the remaining balance of Yannick Ngakoue's base salary this year, the Vikings do pick up about $5 million in cap space. Now, they will have to spend some of that, bringing guys from the practice squad onto the 53. It's going to be pretty negligible, but it's whatever. But the Vikings do have the ability to roll a lot of that $5 million over to 2021, which is going to be important since the cap situation is up in the air. Also, since Yannick the Freak probably not going to be signing long-term here with the Vikings, although, so he wins a ring with Baltimore, then he comes back here and then signs a long-term deal with the Vikings. Bonko, that's Yannick's music. But he's not going to sign a long-term deal here. He's not going to be a franchise tag. So, ipso facto, the Vikings do save about 17, 18, 19 or more $1 million in theoretical money that they would have had to spend if they wanted to keep Yannick in the sphere for next year and beyond. But with the salary cap in 2021 majorly up in the air, it could be 175, it could be $180 million. Every single penny is going to count. But we're going to put it on the table. Bold prediction right now. The Vikings are preparing and budgeting to cut Kirk Cousins in this offseason. Boom. Eat the dead money. Move on with life. It's clear that Kirk is not the answer here. Drafted quarterback of the future. Play on his rookie deal and woo, let's go. Right, just a full-on rebirth phoenix of the Vikings, right? And the Vikings, could it be done? We got Rob Brzezinski. Of course it can be done. So looking at Kirk's contract, like we said, $21 million, his base salary next year is fully guaranteed. So he gets that no matter what. Could be offset language in his contract. So if he signs somewhere else, Vikings could be off the hook, but not hold my breath. Also, he's going to count against the cap next year, $31 million, whether he's here or not, plus an extra $10 million in 2022 because of his $30 million sign-in bonus prorated over 3 years. But if the Vikings do not cut him before the third day of the new league year in March, like we talked about, it fully guarantees his $35 million base salary in 2022, which would be less than ideal. So the Vikings probably can't trade him at this point because the Niners probably like, nah, bro. And the Jets are obviously like, no. But if they do cut him before the third day in the new league year in March, that fast tracks that $10 million dead cap hit in 2022, unless the Vikings make him a post-June 1st cut, which would be fine. But either way, either next year or the next 2 years, they have $41 million in dead cap, so that they have to weather, which is fine. And it would be easy to do because watch what the Vikings do at the trade deadline, November 3rd, see what other moves that they make. A really easy one would be trade Anthony Harris. So then the Vikings, just like with the Yannick, would be off the hook for the remaining balance of his base salary this year, which on the franchise tag is $11.441 million. So they can roll all those millions over to 2021 as well. Plus, if the Vikings cut Anthony Barr, if they cut Riley Reif, if they cut Kyle Rudolph or trade him, all of those could be possibilities in the offseason. The Vikings would free up immediately in 2021 $24.133 million in cap space. So essentially, they would be paying Kirk Cousins to go away, and I think it would be smart and prudent if they just ate all $41 million and just ripped the Band-Aid off in 2021. They could certainly do it, and I think it is feasible. Like we said, if you have your quarterback on his rookie deal that's cheap and affordable, pick up some mid-level backup, say, Tyrod Taylor, Marcus Mariota, what have you, and then you just weather the storm of the $41 million in dead cap next year, and then you move on free and clear in 2022, because if you cut Cousins and then you make all those other moves, the Anthony Harris gone, the Barr, the Riley Reif, the Kyle Rudolph, the Vikings would have a projected $114.6 million in cap space in 2022. Woo! And you have a quarterback on his rookie deal. Hopefully he's going to be good, because the greatest competitive advantage right now in the NFL is a starting quarterback who's extremely competent on his rookie deal, and then you can spend money on the other positions everywhere around him, as well as on defense, and just go. Just get after it. So I think the Vikings do have an opportunity to turn this 2020 turd in the punch bowl season into a full-on rebirth and reboot going into the future. And it's just going to take a little bit of suffering. But I think the tea leaves are lining up right now that the Vikings are at least considering it. They at least want to have that option on the table. So it wouldn't shock me at all if come March, the Vikings announce that they've cut Kirk Cousins. Deuces. We're literally paying you $21 million to go away, but bye-bye. But your thoughts. Vikings budgeting, get rid of Kirk. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.